I want to start this video out by saying that I am very much a casual gamer when it comes to hero shooters and anything like that, Overwatch style gameplay. I'm casual, so this is going to be from the perspective of somebody who isn't trying to become like a pro player or even be competitive. I just want to play casual with my friends. So with that out of the way, I really have been enjoying Marvel Rivals, but with some discrepancies there that there's some issues. First of all, queuing and hero picking, there's both good and bad here. So queuing, I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but I'd imagine so. I haven't even seen more than 1 second appear in the queue time. My friend said this, so I want to credit him with this. He said, I've seen games with worse input delay that I've seen when you click find match and get into a game in Marvel Rivals. It is incredibly quick. The issue with the queue times being really fast, the reason that they're fast is because it doesn't make you pick a character or anything like that before you get into the game. So everyone's free to pick whoever they want, which sounds ideal at first until you realize that you are doomed to lose every game that you don't have a tank in. If your team composition isn't good, you're going to lose the game unless the other team's composition is worse. I'll explain this briefly for anyone who doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Basically, in hero shooters, there's team compositions, and they are important because there's 3 different types of characters. There's tanks, there's DPS, damage per second, or there's healers. So tank, obviously tanks most of the damage, they're up in front. DPS is doing most of the damage themselves, they're kind of in the middle. And then the healer / support is generally in the back. This is how it's worked. This is fine. There's no issues with this. The issue is, nobody is forced to select a tank or a healer. And nobody wants to play a tank or a healer because DPS is just more fun for most people. It's gonna be a hard time trying to find somebody who enjoys tank more than they just enjoy doing damage, or even healer for that matter. So what happens when you don't have a tank? Nobody can absorb enough damage, and everybody dies really quick. Doesn't matter if you have 3 healers, 3 DPS. Your health pool is not nearly big enough to tank most of the shots in the game. Like Squirrel Girl can one-shot you in a myriad of ways. What happens if you don't have a healer and you have tanks? Well, then your tanks are just going to die. You need a good healer because your tanks have a lot of health, but they have no way of regenerating that health unless they go to specific health spots on the map. If you don't have a healer, tank dies, whole game collapses after that because the previously mentioned no tank issues. You need a tank, you need a healer. And if you're not locked into either, it's entirely up to random people on your team if they're going to suck it up and play the version of the game they don't want to play, basically. Sometimes you'll just get a good team comp. Some people just love to play tank or healer, and you'll win those games. Like I said, you'll win those games. But the majority of the time for me, unless I have 3 or more friends, it's just the team comp is so fucked that I can't. We just lose. The queue times, it needs work. My suggestion would be something similar to the Apex Legends queue time, or the Apex Legends queue system. There's only 3 people on an Apex Legends team, so it might need to be changed up. It randomizes who gets to pick first, and then it gives you 10 to 20 seconds to pick that character, and everybody gets to see that you're picking that character, and it moves on to the next person, and it gives them their 10 to 15 seconds. If we did this, then you would be able to see who's picking what, and hopefully the people would be like, okay, well, we have a healer, we have a tank, now I can be DPS, or we don't have healers and we don't have tanks. I've seen what's been selected, I better pick a healer or a tank. Or maybe just make it so that if nobody picks healer or tank, the last couple people kind of have to. It's so frustrating to lose when it's literally just your team composition. There's no amount of gameplay that could save you. It's just your team. You need to change it fundamentally or you're going to lose. So in Overwatch, most of the healers didn't do much damage. Like, if any at all. Like, Mercy, I don't think I ever got a kill with Mercy. She was very, very good at healing, but could not kill worth shit. In Marvel Rivals, at least the ones that I've played, they do a lot of damage. Especially compared to Overwatch, they do way more damage than any of the healers were doing there, at least to my knowledge. So it changes how they heal. If you're meant to be kind of a hybrid character where you do damage and heal, you're not going to be as good at either of them. That's just kind of how it works. And so you need 2 healers. You have to have 2, not just 1. You have to have 2. Or else the healer's just going to get overwhelmed. He can't heal 5 people by himself when he's also meant to be doing some of the damage. It just can't happen. So you need 2 healers, not just 1. Whereas tank, you can get away with just 1 tank, unless the other team goes 3 of them. You could do that. You could just go all tanks. So yeah, I understand not limiting people's choices and stuff. And maybe this should only be a thing for competitive play. But as a casual player, I would really enjoy if my team composition was not what got me killed every time. That is just so... It's just so frustrating, because it doesn't feel like I could be any better or anything like that. It's just, oh, well, that guy chose that, so we're screwed. And then I have one other grievance, and it almost got me to uninstall the game yesterday. It is that little fucker, Jeff the Land Shark. Why can he grab everyone in the team, and why does he have no fucking limit on his range? Like, you can be up in the air as Iron Man. You could be like 20 feet up. If he's on the ground and he does his swallow you up ultimate, you get swallowed. And then he can just walk you to any map where there's an edge, which is most of them, if not all of them, and he can just throw you off. There was like 6 or 7 times where my entire team got wiped by Jeff the fucking Land Shark. He's a support. He's a healer. He shouldn't be able to wipe your whole team like that. And I understand that there was some big brain plays with that, what is it? Lucario? Something like that? That's like a Pokemon. I get that with that guy you could make plays pretty well if you were big brain about it. Jeff the Shark, you don't have to be big brain. Everybody can be using their ultimate, and if you just go in there and press yours, it cancels everyone else's and you get to take them off the fucking cliff. What? What? I would like even understand if like a tank could do that, because if a tank did that and they failed at it, then you're kind of fucked. Because then if you risk your tank and you fail at that, your tank not being there anymore is really fucked. You don't want that. So it creates a bigger risk and reward, but when it's just one of the probably 2 healers, and they don't even have to kill themselves to do it, because there's a launch button where you can just launch them off. So that's just, it's not fair. It's not fair in any capacity. Every game that I see that there's Jeff the Land Shark is there, I just don't want to play it anymore, because I know that at some point, Jeff is going to ult, get all of us, throw us all off, and we're going to lose the game. We're going to lose at least that objective. And he's a support. That's the whole thing, is he's not meant to be doing as much damage. Why can he solo the whole team with one move very effectively? It's that part, genuinely. I almost uninstalled the game yesterday because of that. That shit, I did not like it. Other than that, though, I really like the art direction. I really like the voice actors. I love the skins, how all of them seem to be very much heavily derived from comics. The backstories and like the little details they have, everything on there, and the way that the voice actors communicate with each other, and it's like Groot will say something to Rocket that only they would say to each other, and you'd only get that line if 2 people are playing as them and you're one of them. It's neat. It's cool stuff, just hidden details all over the place. Every map is like a major event within Marvel's canon. That's also really cool. And yeah, it's very, like, you could tell this is very much a love letter to Marvel fans. The shop is a bit pricey. I don't think I'll be paying $22 for a skin. One skin. Fortnite does it, but like, I don't know. Fortnite has a lot to offer. Fortnite, there's a lot of modes. There's like the racing, which I think this guy canceled. That's a bad way to start. Battle Royale. There's the reload version. There's all the creator-made maps. There's fucking Guitar Hero. With Fortnite, when I pay money for that game, I feel like I'm getting a return investment just because they give you a lot. With Marvel Rivals, there's like 3 game modes right now. So maybe work on game modes before you put out $20 skins. But hey, that's just me. I'm always going to be at least somewhat against pricey microtransactions. That's just me. But that's it. Game overall, good. I just wanted to air out some grievances I had. Overall, enjoying it. Better than Overwatch 2 by a long shot. That's really it. See you.